Food-Ray, John with the two hosts. If I may, I'm thinking that you chose the best thing if you like them good shows and all of these movies. What up, Chipper Chap? This is Chipper Chap Chat. What up, Chipper Chap? This is Chipper Chap Chat. What up, Chipper Chap? This is Chipper Chap Chat. What up, Chipper Chap? This is Chipper Chap Chat.
What up, Chipper Chaps? This is episode 44 of the Chipper Chap Chat podcast. I am Food-Ray.
And I am Chamba.
Alright, let's talk about some movies and shit.
Yeah.
What's first on our agenda? We wanted to talk about Star Trek first?
Yeah, you said.
Okay, so there's a teaser, a trailer for a new Star Trek series. It's very much a teaser, though. I don't even think you see a person at all, alien or otherwise. You just see, like, planets. Some of them are destroyed. Apparently there's Easter eggs or something in it. Something about Klingons or some shit. I don't know. What was
Question.
that?
Is this a reboot?
I don't know. It says... In the teaser, it says, like, new characters, new planets.
So it's already
new
set
stories.
within the world that they've already established?
I've got to assume. I don't know if it... I don't know. Because all the title is just Star Trek. It doesn't say the next generation or... You know, colon, anything.
Because, I mean, like, I don't think they'd ever, like, go as far as say, yeah, we're going to reboot this in a sense where the next time you see a Klingon, they're going to look really different.
Right, that would be interesting.
Right. Now that we're,
but
it's the same.
They're iconic things.
I know.
It'd be like if they're like, now Yoda is pink and he has 14 years on his head.
It's like, now these are the Klingons. They rock up, they look like predators.
Right. Hey, well, I think I'd be kind of okay with it, honestly. If they wanted to try like a wicked, but at the same time, it's like, it's Star Trek. Just make a new alien.
Yeah, that's what I figured. Mm-hmm.
You know, if you want to do a weird alien design, just make also, more aliens.
They have to have aliens in this universe of Star Trek where they're not like humanoids.
Like, that's the opportunity they have now with this new series, because it's set now where they have all the CGI.
Absolutely.
You know, look at what they could do on Flash.
I know.
If they wanted to put money in the Star Trek series, they could have, non-humanoid bug creatures.
Absolutely. Like shark people.
And the captain still needs to have sex with it, whoever.
He has to. It's like, that looks like a tree, but I love it.
What do you think the chances are we get either an Asian captain?
Fuck, that'd be great.
Or like a black female captain.
Oh, that'd be cool.
I feel like it's got to be one or the other.
I say have both of them be leads.
Both of them, yeah.
Yeah, no, like, one of them's a captain, but both of them are like the Kirk and Spock of the show.
Right.
That'd be cool, man.
Sure, do it.
Yeah. And the thing is, Star Trek is all about diversity and shit.
They are, but I don't think that we've ever had an Asian captain.
That's why it would be pretty wicked.
Although I think there's some, if I remember correctly, Sulu is the captain of a ship in one of the two Star Trek newer movies, the Chris Pine ones.
He was an acting captain, wasn't he?
I don't remember. I just remember him behind the captain's chair.
Check it. That's captain after the fact. I'm talking about he's a straight up
definitely.
Yeah,
definitely.
we want a straight up captain from the get go.
Would you prefer an Asian female?
That's cool. Do a black. Yeah, I didn't care, man. Black female.
If S.H.I.E.L.D. kills off Ming Na, she would be a dope Starfleet captain.
Totally. That'd be cool, actually. I'd believe her. I'd fucking straight up believe her, man. She's Mulan.
Yeah, for real.
But no, I mean, like...
I'm interested to see it. The thing is, though...
I think I am now, more so that we've talked about it.
I heard also that it's supposed to be a flagship show for a digital platform that CBS is trying to start up, like a Hulu-type thing. And so I don't know if that means it will only be available on that thing, because that was like the main reason I didn't watch Supergirl. Like, aside from the fact that when I did watch it, it wasn't great quality. But the reason I didn't find out that it wasn't great quality for so long is because they made it harder to watch. You couldn't watch it on Hulu with the other CW shows.
So do you think it's only going to be... So is it only going to be available at their Hulu-type service?
That's what it sounds like.
That's pretty risky, because if other people want to check it out, but they don't have access to that at all...
It depends. Like, if it's a super low budget series and it's like Powers or something for PlayStation.
Oh no, that thing is. You know what?
Something like that.
Did you catch Powers?
I caught like half of the first season, and
I,
they
I
got the
wish they
second
had a
season coming
budget.
out soon.
I wish they had a bit of budget
Did
because
you
the show
watch the
is
second season trailer?
no.
It
Is it?
looks like there's a bit more money in
Oh,
it.
okay, okay. Because that was
Not
my
like
concern.
Flash level,
Yeah,
but
yeah, okay. Because that was my main concern. It was like I thought the premise was cool, the
right.
characters were cool, but I'm like, oh, those effects are ugh, like university, like college level
It was
class
hard for me to digest
effects.
Eddie Izzard as a villain,
I liked him as a villain.
and there was like there was a teleporting guy who like when he teleported, it made like like a bubble pop noise.
Yeah, that was weird. Like
Yeah, it was fucking bizarre. There was just a bunch of weird shit, and I also like, as much as he's dope and everybody thinks he's amazing,
his accent,
Charlton
dude.
Copley is real weird to me,
His
and
accent is all over the place.
it is all over the place. I don't know if it's that. Maybe it's that bothers me. I think it's more of a visual thing. I don't buy him as a Superman
No, I
type
don't either. Oh no, I never, never did. That's why when I was like, wait a second, he's
because
supposed to
his
be the ex
isn't his
Superman.
character like
Yeah,
Superman in that
he's supposed to be
universe?
the ex Superman type character.
Yeah, I just don't
Yeah,
buy it
no way,
from him at all. I'm
not at
like,
all.
no, this guy's like he's tiny
Yeah,
and strange.
he's peculiar looking.
He's a Banner type, not a
That's a good one actually.
Superman type.
He probably would have made a decent banner actually.
Yeah, if it was like, Zack Snyder does the Avengers,
Yeah.
he would have been a great.
Oh,
Oh
dude, I was
fuck,
gonna
we
do.
should cast
That's what I was
that.
gonna say. Dude, I was gonna say that before. I was gonna say, we should get like, on one of the next episodes or something. We should do like, if so and so did this film, who would they cast? And then yeah, we'll do a vice versa type deal.
We need to do Zack Snyder does the Avengers and then like design what they all look like.
And I was like, Joss Whedon does
Does the
Justice
Justice
League?
League?
Yeah, and who would he cast?
That'd be real interesting too.
I think that would.
Design wise, I feel like everybody would just look right.
I was gonna say like everyone would look like their comic book counterparts, like
Right.
to
It'd
a
be like
T.
John Hamm Superman or something. We'll get to it.
We'll get to it. That'll be one of the next episodes. I think that will be fun.
So anyway, what's next on the thing?
Next on the list is Transformers 5 gets its title. I know you don't
Okay.
really care much about Transformers.
No, those movies are terrible bad.
I like the property Transformers. The films, I like the first one. The sequels, I was just like they're there.
Well, do you feel any particular way about the fifth iteration?
Called The Last Night. I think it's a stupid title.
And it's not even the last Transformers movie because they
No.
have two more after this.
Yeah. Here's my thing with Transformers. Continue the property or reboot it or whatever. Get somebody else.
Please?
Yes, like
I want to see a new vision of the
that's
Transformers. I think
really
it's time to reboot that shit.
I think so too. I think so too. I think that is my main thing. I'm like Transformers. It's awesome. I love Transformers. I grew up on that shit. That's one of the things. It's one of the early things. Like one of the earlier things that I grew up on. That Turtles, and like my love of dinosaurs. But
I feel like the people who are in charge of that property for the movies,
don't care.
it's not even that they don't care. I think that they're not sure if if it's the idea of the Transformers that brings everyone to see them, or if it's Michael Bay's
It's
version of the
not Michael
Transformers
Bay,
that gets
and that's the
everybody
thing.
to
I
see them.
know it's not Michael Bay.
But it's a lot of money, and the people who love it, who love the franchise of Transformers, don't seem to enjoy the movies very much
Oh,
typically.
they you know what? Most of the time when you speak to them, they watch it because they like Transformers. They hate
Right, but
the version they
it's because
see.
it's the only option.
Really, that's really it. Like I was watching the cutscenes from one of the games, and the cutscene
Right.
like they compiled all the cutscenes, which is like an hour. It's basically movie length. I actually enjoyed them more.
Okay.
I enjoyed them a lot, and it was a completely CG. There was no human characters. It was set on like Cybertron or something, and I'm like, cool. Just do an animated CG film,
Right.
which essentially most of them are.
What if they did something where like the majority of it is CG, but there's human characters like Warcraft?
Fine. Like, honestly, my thing is, this is so stupid. If they remade the original Transformers movie from '86,
Right.
like, if they remade that film with the human characters that are in there, with the plot and everything, it would be way better than all the other Transformers films that has already happened.
Are you sure that's not your nostalgia
Maybe
talking?
not. Maybe. Maybe. But that has a better story still. You can understand what's going on. The humans aren't as annoying as fuck. They're not the focus. The humans aren't the focus.
Okay, so let's put it this way. You love Transformers as a property.
Yes.
If you get one of the franchises,
Mm.
which one are you going to keep and the other one goes away forever? And you on one side you have four and almost about to have five movies. On the
Okay.
other side you have one.
I'll take the one.
Transformers or Pacific Rim. You can
Ah.
get a Pacific Rim 2 or
All right.
you get more Transformers movies, but
Um,
one of the two has to go.
I'll keep Pacific Rim. Why? Because it has more potential at this point.
Maybe, but I mean, like, if you're saying no more Transformers movies, that includes potential reboots or any of that shit. It's just
But
now
they're
it's
not gonna.
Pacific
They're
Rim
not gonna remove.
exists.
They're not gonna remove what they've already created, though, right?
Yeah, all that's gone. You're
All it's
erasing
gone.
it from time.
That's fucking not fair. That's not fair at all.
But you still get your old, 80s cartoon and stuff.
So I
And,
still get the '80s movie.
yeah, it's just like all of the Michael Bay ones
Oh,
never happened,
fucking
and they're
Pacific
never going to
Rim.
make a movie.
Pacific Rim. That's way easier. I thought you said when you said if I pick Pacific Rim, everything of Transformers is gone, and it's like that's not even fair.
No, just the movie
Just the Michael
properties.
Bay. Yeah, fucking totally. Pacific Rim. Let's do that. That's not even hard.
Oh, I thought you were more attached to the Transformers property. That
No,
potential reboot
no,
in the
no,
in
no,
the
no. Because it's
history.
not. It's a potential reboot, but it's not even a potential at this point because the people involved are still the same guys, and they don't. And I know Michael Bay said somewhere that he doesn't want to reboot this thing.
It's true, but you have to keep in mind time.
Time. That's
Like
right.
right now, we're seeing reboots of
Twice.
all kinds of shit from when
Twice.
we were kids. We're
Twice.
gonna get older, and it'll happen again.
Dude, this is their fifth chance for a Transformers film.
But it's still under. We've never had one that's
I
not under Michael Bay's direction.
I know that, but I don't know if you'll ever let it go at this point.
He said that he wanted to. It seems like they keep just shoveling money at him.
Yes. In a sense, it's the studio's fault still.
Right.
Because in
I
the
think it's
studio's
a bit of
eyes,
their fear.
absolutely. Well, it's this in the studio's eyes. They see it's like, all right, people seem to be outspoken about these films. They don't really like it, but it's making this much money. So
But
clearly,
they're still going.
clearly it's doing. It must be doing. Like they must really still like it. Maybe the vocal minority are the one that's speaking out, and people actually love these films. So let's just keep making more. And when the people are still like, no, we kind of watch it because we hope, but it's it's like we leave confused. Like if you watch reviews on these films, they're like, I don't know what I watched.
Right.
Don't you
And
like? Yeah.
some movies I think get worse over time.
Transformers One was great. I like Transformers One.
I think
Uh,
Transformers One was fine.
yeah, it was great for me because I was like, that's good enough.
I just remember being mad.
Uh,
I remember being mad about shit even in the first movie.
oh
Like I
yeah, of
remember
course.
being like,
So
why
that's
the
good.
fuck
Yeah, no, I was.
did they kill Jazz?
No, I was. There was so many things in the first one. I'm like, why did you do this? Like,
Yeah, there was just a
like,
lot of
why? What
upsetting.
made you decide to do that? And then
Yeah,
it
I
kind of
don't-
got progressively worse as each film
Right.
went along. Where either
Yep.
the visual effects, it's like, I don't know who's hitting who. Like, is that Optimus's arm or is that his enemy's arm? Which I don't know his name because they look the same.
Yeah. There's lots
Why
of
are
that.
Why are those two robots stereotypes of stupid? Why they're
Let's
stupid?
let's have Megan Fox crawling all over shit.
Yeah, everyone
And
is
Shia
sweat.
LaBeouf
Every
awkwardly
human is sweating.
stumbling
time.
constantly.
Yeah, like everyone is just, and the sun is always like setting, Sun is always setting. It's always like high. It's either high noon or setting. So
So, I mean, do you have any hope for these like crossover franchise versions
I
that they're
don't know
talking about?
because like I'd like to have. I'm gonna say I would like to have hope, but because I don't know who's helming these films, I have no idea what their direction is for these films. Like I'll have to wait until I see either a concept image or, you know what, like the first set of trailers.
Right.
But even with that, I'm like, oh, these trailers could be good, and then I could watch it and go, what the fuck?
Yeah, I think they tricked a lot of people with the last Transformer movie
Oh
trailers.
yeah, and it's like, oh shit, Dinobots. Those were the only scenes.
No more Shia LaBeouf. It might actually be good now.
No, and the thing is, I was hopeful. I'm like, hey, Marky Mark's good. And you watch it, and you're like, it could have been anybody.
Yeah. Fucking, what's his name? Cade Yeager.
Yes, he's a
That's the
scientist.
most movie name that ever movie named.
Royce. He's also a scientist. He's a tinkerer,
Right.
and he
Good.
looks like Marky Mark.
And sounds like fucking Maki Mak.
Marky Mark, and his name is Cade Yeager.
So silly, dude.
So,
I just remember that weird ass like statutory rape
uh,
pamphlet that they gave out halfway through the
he
movie.
keeps it in his wallet
Right? It's so fucking bizarre.
in case
It's
people
such a
ask
weird
him,
movie.
"Why are you dating that underage girl?" Wait,
What the hell
she ain't
else do we
underage.
have to talk about?
Yeah, I'm gonna move on. This is garbage. But yeah, they got a new title. It's called The Last Night. So
And Optimus Prime's eyes are purple now.
are
Ooh.
they?
Yep.
He also flew in space. Anyway, that's beside the point. Next news is Kevin Smith is developing Buckaroo Banzai for TV.
I vaguely remember this cover.
Yeah, I do too. I always found it weird though, because I'm like, you're RoboCop.
Yeah, that guy is not going to be ever anything else but RoboCop to
Yeah,
me.
that's
No
why.
matter what I
Yeah,
see him in now, even though he's old and
yeah.
shit,
I'm like, you're
he's
RoboCop.
RoboCop forever.
And my problem with I vaguely remember Buckaroo Banzai, and
I remember seeing the cover of that thing, the poster image, a
you
whole
never watched it.
bunch. I don't know if I've ever seen it.
And that's the thing. I don't know if I did, because I was that young. Like, if I did, it really didn't leave an imprint on me. Say like Big Trouble in Little China.
Right. All I know is it's like a comic book type series,
Kind of. I'll need
or
to
they
sit down
made a
and watch
comic.
it. Yeah, I'll
They
need to
made a
watch it.
comic book about it at some point. Some people like it. I guess it has a cult following
The
or
thing,
something.
the thing about say that film in particular was, I looked at him and I'm like, I don't buy you as this character. I buy you as RoboCop, but I
Because
don't
he's
buy
covered
you.
in metal body
And
parts.
that's why I can agree. Like, yeah, like I can believe you can take on these guys because you're a really slow walking robot body. But as this Buckaroo Banzai character, I was like, I probably would have liked it more if he was a different actor.
Do you
If
think
that
if
makes sense.
RoboCop was real, not
Yes,
the new version, but the old version,
he'd be
that
shithouse.
that would be an effective
Fuck
robot
no,
cop? I feel like
no
people just run
way.
up and drop kick that fucking thing.
Absolutely. Like, do you remember that scene of bloody Black Panther double kick in Winter Soldier?
Yeah.
That would happen all the time to him. Fucking wrestling drop kick, and he can't even get up. You remember him from the old film? I was like on the ground and shit.
Right.
Nah, impossible. He'd be dead.
Yeah.
They would
New
tear his face
RoboCop
off. New
a
RoboCop,
bit more
nah,
effective.
RoboCop would fucking destroy you.
I want to see them do new RoboCop versus
He
old
would win.
RoboCop.
He would win. And
I just want to see it.
if people in the side would be like, no man, old RoboCop. I'm like, get fucked.
Because old RoboCop murdered people hella,
Yeah,
so
right.
he's better.
But now let's put them both in an R-rating setting. Old RoboCop is fucked.
Yeah, definitely.
He is so fucked. It's not even silly. Like, he's done.
Yeah.
You haven't even seen him jump.
No.
He can't jump. He needed that fucking jetpack in the third piece of shit film.
New RoboCop's regular pistol is probably as gangster as that
Yeah, completely.
RoboCop 3
Yeah,
Gatling gun.
right, right. You have to get a new arm. This new one, it's like it's got a gun that transforms basically.
Yeah,
And
he was
the new
pretty
one,
badass.
Yon will destroy. I like that movie too, man.
Yeah,
But yeah, anyway.
it got a lot of hate, but it wasn't so bad.
Buckaroo Banzai.
But does Kevin Smith being involved in it make you give a
Um,
shit more?
No, not really.
Okay, next thing.
Well, no. Like, I'm curious because it seems like Kevin Smith is just doing He definitely at this point he's doing whatever he wants at this point, which is awesome. Credit
Right.
to him. If it's something that he's passionate about, sure, why not? Let's see what happens. I just hope that he's not um I guess censored in terms of
I
what he wants to
reserve
do.
judgment
Yeah,
until the first trailer.
right. Like I'm curious about the casting because to me, if the main dude I don't give a fuck about, it's gonna be hard.
Yeah.
It's gonna be hard.
Yep. All right. What's next?
Next one is the new Ghostbusters trailer was released.
It had some new scenes in
It
it.
did
What
have
we
some new
got
scenes.
next?
Is that it? All right. What are your thoughts on it? Are you gonna say that at least?
It's I have to see it before I'm gonna pass any judgment
All
because
right, cool. When's that film out?
I don't even know,
All
dude.
right. You gonna watch it
Probably.
first opening day, or you gonna wait a bit?
I want to watch it opening day because that's typically the people who are most excited to see it.
Right.
But because of the way that people are reacting to this movie, I'm gonna be so fucking annoyed if I go see it and it's just people there to boo at it and
Boo!
shit.
Oh yeah, dude. Like, why would you even do that though? To me, that's so like. There's no purpose behind that.
I don't think there's a purpose behind any of how this
Yeah,
movie is being treated so
yeah.
far.
It's so weird.
Even if you're like, yeah, it doesn't look amazing. Who gives a shit?
Yeah.
And then the movie will come out and then the rest of our lives will continue as
Well,
planned.
technically, the rest of our lives are still continuing, regardless of whether or
Right.
not they think it's shit or not. Yeah, I don't get
Yeah,
it.
I just don't
Like,
get
it
it, man.
feels like it's affecting them to their core, to their.
Yeah, it's just way too
Right.
much effort to be
It's
that angry at
and
fucking some
if you don't
chicks.
like it, you can just close the window.
Right. Don't go outside, man.
Yeah, never.
Scary out there.
All right. Next thing is DC Television via the
Yeah.
CW. So it seems like because CW got Supergirl from
Yeah, Supergirl's
CBS.
moving over. Did we already talk about that?
Yeah, we talked about that last episode.
Okay.
Yeah, but now you said that the lineup, it's like 4 days a week of
Yeah, it's
DC
Monday
television.
is Supergirl because that's already the day it was on at CBS.
Okay, so now but yeah, now it's shifted to
Yeah, now it's on CW, and so they literally go Monday Supergirl, Tuesday The Flash, Wednesday Arrow, Thursday Legends of Tomorrow.
that's nuts.
So that's a lot. They're basically the superhero nightly network.
I know, it's crazy. And it's the CW.
Yeah, it's pretty bananas, dude.
Yeah, I think it's, good on him. Good on him.
It's cool, but like I wonder like, how long till there's a Friday show.
Right. Oh, what will it be though? What do you think it could be?
They got that Krypton shit. Maybe they'll greenlight
Oh
that
yeah.
Titans series.
Yeah. What network's Krypton gonna be on?
Sci-Fi Channel.
Oh, okay. I I find it weird that they're
It's
kind of
David
all over the
Boyer, though, I
place.
think.
Ugh, fuck him.
It's because they said it's supposed to. They did a teaser trailer for that as well, but the teaser trailer was reusing footage of Krypton from Man of Steel.
Wow, no, that's a high bar.
So I think that that's what they're going for.
Right, good luck.
But it's supposed to be about Superman's grandfather or some
Who
shit.
cares?
My sentiments exactly.
Who gives a fuck? Like, oh, because, he's important. Sure, maybe. But you know who's actually more important? Superman.
Right. I don't see how anybody that was thinking about doing this show didn't look at Gotham as an example that people don't want to see this unrelated to the main hero storyline
So
shit.
fucking.
They're like, let's just talk about where the hero is from and then eventually work in all of his villains and side characters
Oh,
because
no, you've just ruined it now, Royce, because
dude, it's going to be
I
like,
know,
oh,
of
the
course.
descendant of Zod
Yeah,
and the
it's
descendant of
Zod's
Brainiac.
uncle.
Right,
Oh,
Brainiac's
Brainiac
nephew,
attacked.
cousin.
Wait, so Superman's granddad, his granddad's basically gonna fight villains. Who gives a fuck? This thing is gonna be shit. I'm saying
Yeah,
this
I
right
don't.
now.
But if they all fight on Krypton, nobody has powers,
Nope,
so
of
I don't
course
know
not.
what the fuck this
Of
thing
course not.
is.
Everyone's a human being. This is. But you know what? If it was a show like it's called Krypton, but it's like it's a sitcom.
Yeah. Did we talk about that sitcom too?
What's sitcom?
The Alan Tudyk one? Was that
Yeah,
last
we talked
episode as
about it
well?
last episode, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, CW show is now the comic book
Comic Book
watcher
Network.
network.
You said something also that they're gonna do like a crossover or something.
Yeah, they're gonna do a 4
Whew,
property crossover.
it's risky.
Sort of. I mean,
I
it's a
know.
lot of planning because their episodes have to line up, but
Yep.
I just want to know if Supergirl's gonna show is going to improve, or if they're literally keeping the same team that does everything.
I don't care.
If it's gonna be the same kind of, I just didn't think it was as impressive visually as the Flash. I think that was the main thing that pulled me out of it. But
I didn't like anybody.
yeah, I like
Hmm.
Supergirl, and
Yeah, Supergirl was awesome. I love her. I think she's great.
I don't mind James.
He's fine. He's kind of boring as shit though.
I don't mind him.
Yeah, but he's not. He's not the Flash cast.
No, none of those people are
No,
as compelling as the Flash
no.
cast,
Not even
unfortunately.
like
But I don't even know if it's like this is a writing problem. I think that show would have been cast differently
if it had been
if
originally
it went
CW.
straight. Yeah, if it was
Yeah,
started at
yeah.
CW.
You think they would have kept her though?
I think she's the one thing about that show that really works, and
I
you can
think
see
so
it
too. Yeah,
especially when
that
she's
episode.
interacting with the
Ah, it
Flash.
was perfect. I'm like, this is great. I would watch this.
Right, but
But then every other time she was like doing her shit as a human, I'm like, no, I don't like anybody else. You're still good though.
yeah, I don't know. Hopefully they figure it out. I wonder if they're gonna have it the big crossover thing be their explainer for why Supergirl's world is now part of the CW world.
Maybe that could be
Uh,
smart.
I think that might be a smart way to do it, but it's also like, how are they going to deal with the fact that they got Superman now in that universe?
Right. Right. Unless of course they scrap that whole aspect. It's like, oh no, she's been torn from her, Oh, how about if she's torn from that world
Oh,
and brought
please
into
let
the
that
new
happen.
one?
Please let that happen. It's not going to be what
I know,
happened.
no, dude. You know what? Saying that, if that's the case, I will be watching this new Supergirl.
I want it to be the case so bad
Oh,
because they were already like, oh, the Star Labs people don't exist in her world.
oh no, no, no. But dude, how about if they get pulled into the Flash and Arrow world, but some of the characters are still there. They're just not the same type of characters anymore.
Right, it's the Earth Flash
Yeah, it's
verse
never.
version.
Yeah, it's their James. Oh, but then they don't have Superman and stuff. Yeah,
I'm still fine with that.
yeah. I don't care. But like, if that were the case, where she's pulled into this new world, and that's it.
Yeah, I like that better.
That would actually make me want to check it out. Although that's a big thing to happen if that was say season two, we're recasting everything, the entire show except for the main.
It's a lot of firing.
It's a lot of firing. They wouldn't do that.
Uh,
They wouldn't do that.
what else we got?
They wouldn't do that. Next up is Margot Robbie is in talks to have a Harley movie spin-off film.
That's supposed to include the
It's
Birds of Prey
something like that.
and Batgirl, is what
Yeah.
I heard. Uh, I think it's a bit early to be talking spin-offs. I want to see this movie first.
That's exactly my thoughts when they first announced this. I was like, whoa, whoa. So, all right, let me get this straight. Suicide Squad's not out yet. The most recent film prior to Suicide Squad was BVS, which got major negative.
Right. They just must really think they've got something special with Suicide Squad.
Yeah, but they also thought they had something special with BVS.
I don't know that that's the case, dude.
Really?
I don't know that they thought that was going to be amazing to people.
Really?
I just can't imagine they would have been cutting the shit out of it the way they did
I suppose. But
if they
still,
if they thought it was going to be amazing, and they shied away from coming out the same day as Civil War,
that's true.
which to me
Thank
puts
goodness.
in my head that they were like, we cannot compete with what we've got.
Like we don't even know what they have, but this is not good enough.
Right? We know people are going to go to their shit. We
Yep.
don't know how people are going to react to
Right.
ours.
Right.
So
Regarding the Harley Quinn spin-off, I think they're definitely it's early.
it's definitely early days, but
Like I understand being excited, being hopeful. It
yeah,
seems like everything is still back to Batman centric world.
yeah, that's true.
Um fucking come on, man. Let's do some more. How about that?
Yeah, I just think that they gotta come out with this movie so we can all gauge how successful they were with their interpretation of that character before I'm gonna be like, yeah,
Yeah,
spin-offs, let's do it. Although
exactly.
I do want to see Batgirl in the movie. I'm
I
not
do
gonna.
too, but like not in a Harley Quinn movie spin-off. Because
I don't really
the
care
way they
where it
talked about, I
is.
know, but the way they talked about it, it felt like it's gonna be a Harley Quinn.
It's gonna be what?
It's gonna be a Harley Quinn movie with everybody else involved.
I mean, that makes sense though, because she's a Batman villain,
I get
so
that,
she's
but
gonna interact with his stable of people.
it just feels, I don't know. Again, like my personal thought was like, this is really early. You
They
don't
could
even
set up
know.
their like Gotham City Sirens and do new Catwoman and Poison Ivy.
That's cool too. I wonder which Batgirl they're gonna do.
That's true. We don't know what the fuck Jenna Malone's character was doing in.
Right, exactly. And since that's cut out,
Supposedly it'll be in the long version though.
mm, I'm looking forward to
We'll
that long
see.
version, by the way.
Yeah, I really want to see that
Hey.
shit. And I think it comes out next month or something.
Oh, wicked. Nice, nice. That means, I can sit 3 hours of that. But because, I get to watch it at home, I can fast forward shit too. Um,
Want to
yeah, I don't
watch
know.
the only new scenes version, please?
Yeah, I don't know. This whole Harley Quinn movie spin-off, like, cool. I'm glad they're doing something. Like, I'm glad they're excited about it all. But
Right.
when I first heard, I was like, ooh, that's really early. Like, you don't even know how well it's gonna do.
Well,
You don't even know if
now
people are gonna like it.
now that John Berg and Jeff Johns are supposed to be
The head. Yep, in
heads of
charge.
how DC movies work out, maybe that should be building more confidence in what they would do with this Harley spinoff.
I hope so. I hope that under their direction, or like since they're supposedly the Kevin Feige per se
Right.
of the DC cinematic universe,
Uh,
everything will have a cohesive flow.
that'd be nice.
That would be great, wouldn't it? Where they have like, hey, how do you want to take this film? Cool. So long, like that's do what you want, so long as we can follow this plot, this major plot, major.
Just don't paint us into a corner.
Absolutely, that's mainly it. Like you can tell your own story, just don't be like, oh, by the way, I killed him. I killed the main character in my movie.
Just cause.
Yeah. Oh, we're gonna have Batman in the Aquaman film. All right, cool, cool. Yeah, we're gonna he's gonna get turned into a girl, and that's just that's kind of how we end it. It's like, but
Right.
in the next film, he has to be Batman still. Ah, it's not my problem.
Well, you'll deal with that.
Yeah, whoever's handling that can do it. It's like, but how can he appear in that film if he appears in Flash, but it's supposed to be the same time? It's like, I don't know. So
Yeah, I'm
hopefully,
real curious about that fucking Flash movie.
yeah, that one with the whole director exiting, and now they don't have a director.
It's going to be interesting to see how they
Yeah,
handle having a movie Flash and a TV Flash that are not
right.
the same.
Especially when TV Flash is like one of people's favorite TV shows.
Right. I'm curious how they'll see if they'll be like if it could negatively affect the TV
TV
show. Like
show?
everybody's
Oh,
worried about
yeah.
the other way around, but
Right.
I'm like,
Right.
what if they see the Flash movie and they're like, oh, these are those same stories, but if they took it seriously and it's less soap opera-y or
Yeah,
whatever,
yeah.
maybe people will start looking at the Flash differently,
Oh,
TV show wise.
that's good. That's something that people don't tend to look at.
Yeah, I'd be curious to see how opinions will change if that movie even fucking happens.
Yeah, at this point, I'm like, that's what I'm like. They're talking about a Harley Quinn spin-off movie, yet they just lost the director of their Flash film, which is supposed to be soon.
They didn't lose him.
He
They
left.
got rid of him
Oh, whatever. Because it was his first
because
film, right?
yeah, they wanted somebody more
Yeah, and I
experienced.
was
Or
like, why'd you hire him in the first place?
probably they hired him thinking he could do it, and then he started to work on it, and they didn't like where he was going with it.
You think they'd like screen test these fucking directors at least?
They had confidence in him from something. I think they were trying to do a Marvel, like all these relatively new directors that were doing stuff like the Russos and
But
Peyton Reed.
but see, those other guys, the directors that they had gotten prior to them directing a Marvel film, they had directed things.
Yeah, they'd done things. This guy had
Has
done
never
nothing.
directed
He
a
was just a
thing.
writer.
Yeah, so I'm like, that's a big risk.
Well, let's hope that this Jeff Johns move over
Let's
thing
hope, man.
is good.
Yeah.
Who knows what that'll mean for the future of the franchises
Mm.
if, now he's going to start moving away from the everything is dark and gloomy.
Because I do like Jeff John's stories. Like, he knows how to balance seriousness with, real world, in a sense where not everything is always serious. There is humor and stuff. It can feel light at times.
I just hope that Justice League has fucking color in it.
Oh, that'd be nice. It'd be nice if blue was actually a blue,
Right.
and not like a gray.
He's got plenty of blue. Let's get some bright ass like reds and
Oh,
shit.
right, that's true. Yeah. The only like vibrant red is when it's fire or blood.
Right.
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. But I mean, at this point, I think this is probably a positive step forward.
I'm sure hopeful that
Yeah,
that is the
I'm
case.
hoping it's the case where it's like, cool, two people are in charge of this, whether it's one or two doesn't matter, but that means just that the word in charge is good because they can guide it at least,
Right.
Because that's all we need. Because like that's what it felt like the films were lacking, or the direction. It's like it felt directionless.
Yeah, that's definitely true. A lot of just like, what are everyone's ideas?
Yeah,
Okay, all those ideas
exactly.
sound great. Let's put them all
Exactly.
in.
That's gotta work, right, guys?
Right.
It's gotta. So
Um,
hopefully this means that they're gonna follow a path. Don't copy. You don't have to copy the Marvel. I know people like that's copying. I'm like, well, it worked. So does it mean it's copying? It's like it's a path to tell. Instead of like squeezing everybody into a single film, let's get people to give a shit about these characters and just tell these stories. Let's tell
say
good stories.
it doesn't matter if they're copying because
Huh.
at this point they're doing Justice League and they're doing all these movies as a
Exactly.
shared universe thing. That's already copied enough.
Yeah.
So let them do it right and stop hating on them for every little thing they do because
I
then
know.
that's how we get these cobbled together things. Like we just got to be like, all right, you saw that did not work. Please correct it from here.
Absolutely.
Please correct it from here.
We're getting a bunch of
Because-
Frankenstein monsters. Let's bloody
Like
do it proper.
I don't know what I don't think Apocalypse is gonna make a lot of money.
I've seen it. Do you want me to talk about it?
I don't think it's gonna make a lot of money, but I don't think that it's.
It's
I
probably
don't
not.
necessarily think that it's the superhero fatigue thing,
I don't think it's that. I think it's good stories.
and I think that there's been a whole bunch at once, and it feels like to people that they're just throwing out
Mhm.
whatever. So I'm gonna weed it out and go to the ones that I know are quality.
right.
Now, the Marvel ones have been proving that they're quality.
Yep.
So the X-Men one to me, like, it's weird too because everybody loved Days of Future Past, but it seems like the hype for this Apocalypse one is like super low.
It started off with like the first signs of what Apocalypse looks like.
Right, and everybody was like, "It's Avenues looking in
Yeah,
pink,"
yeah,
because
yeah.
nobody understands that there's lights,
Right, that lighting
that
affects
scene.
color. I know, it's bizarre. I'm like, cool.
and if the character is light blue, he's gonna pick up whatever color the
yeah,
light
and
is.
around him is red. So what does that make?
Yeah, it's real
Exactly.
silly.
But people don't get that with like fucking illustrations. Why is
Yeah.
his skin blue? It's the dark and there's a blue light.
Right,
Like,
because light affects people.
yeah, there's light and shadow. I'm sorry that his flesh ain't bloody beige or whatever color you want.
Right.
It's just, yeah. Do you want it to be flat color? I can do that. It's like, why is he all bright and stuff? Exactly. Exactly. You just answered your own question.
Art trubs.
I know, yeah.
Uh,
But yeah, I don't know. X-Men might do well. It's gonna make money. It's probably gonna be number one when it's released
I don't even know when it comes out here.
next week for you guys.
Is it next week?
Yeah, because I think we got it a
I don't
week
know.
ahead. Yeah.
Something comes out tomorrow that I wanted to see, but I can't remember what it was.
Nice guys.
Yes, it is the Nice Guys,
Yeah.
and I do want to see that.
I don't know when it's out here.
I like Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. So.
I do too, but I don't know when Nice Guys is out here. Hopefully it comes out here, but
Also, I see on the list we've got Keanu Thieves and Crisscross Stofferson.
yeah, yeah, those are just names. We were thinking of random stupid names, how like musicians these days would come up with would use actual people's names.
Like Kurt Cobain.
Like Kurt Cobain's, which is the fucking dumbest.
There's another one too. There's a whole bunch of
There's
people who've been
R.L.
doing
Grimes.
that. Oh yeah, R.L. Grime. That was
Come
great.
on, man. Really? So we were like, oh, we need to come up with just a bunch of stupid shit.
Isn't there like a Com Truise or something like that?
Dang, I don't know.
I feel like there's like a DJ named Com Truise.
Doesn't surprise me.
But yeah, so we were coming up with our own. I
Just
believe Keanu Thieves was actually Knois.
yeah, that's cool though.
Yeah. And Crisscross Tofferson, which is
Christopherson.
so dumb, but amazing at the same time.
It's silly, but
But yeah,
that's it.
I think that's all the news.
That's all
for
that we've
this
got.
week.
Yeah. That's all that we've got.
So kind of a slow movie.
It is
week.
kind of. Hopefully you do watch X-Men so we can review it next week.
Yeah, hopefully.
Because I think people have already asked me on Twitter and stuff to review, and I was like, I don't want to say anything because I want to save it before Chip and Chap record.
You could always wait to watch it till it's out here, man. Then you don't have that problem.
What?
Just wait to watch it till it's available over here.
Oh, that's what I told him. That's what I told him. I'm like, you'll hear the review when it's out internationally. So
yeah, it's not that far away. We'll be all right.
It's a week.
We'll talk about the blue guy and all that stuff that I'm probably not gonna like.
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know, man. I'm pretty unimpressed with a lot of these X-Men movies.
I don't like this one. Yeah, we'll talk about it when it's out. We'll talk about it after you've seen it.
I'm curious what the fuck happens. Like, if the next movie is 90s,
yes,
the X-Men currently in this universe are supposed to be in high school, like the Cyclops and Storm.
Yes.
If this movie takes place in 1983,
I don't know. I don't know
if the next one is the 90s, then now they're 26 or some shit.
That's the thing. I'm not sure if I'm going to believe this cast as 10 years after.
Yeah, I don't know. But even if they're playing 26 now, that's fine. Whatever.
Right.
That means that in the year 2000 version that came out, when the first X-Men movie came out, all those characters are like 30 something.
Yes.
And
now
they suddenly are James Marsden and shit.
Yep. And if in the Deadpool universe, now they're all 40s.
Right.
That's what people have to remember as well. They have to add this up like math.
So, like, in the Deadpool universe, it's going to be all the old X-Men cast?
Yeah, the old, like, if we have Cyclops and Jean Grey, they're going to be mid-40s. They're going to be they have to be mid-40s at this point.
Do you think they would keep those cast members or do you think they'd reboot them now?
See, at this point, they have to keep, But
then if they keep those cast members from the current version...
Not the current one, they can't keep that one, that's impossible.
Well, as time goes on, you don't think they would try and use them?
This new... the one at the cast that they have for Apocalypse, they look like their age, right? I'm sure they're actually older than they actually were playing. But if in the next X-Men film, which is supposed to take place in the 90s, they're about 20s, I can kind of still buy that. Maybe. But if they're supposed to play... If this cast is supposed to play the 2016 versions of themselves, that's impossible. Are they going to use that aging makeup, the aging CG makeup?
That'd be hilarious.
That would be stupid.
Be clowning now.
But I actually, that's the thing. I liked the cast. I thought it was good.
Well,
Yeah, we'll talk about it after you watch it. And I know you're gonna watch it. I know, even though you're very
I'm still gonna fucking dislike it.
I know. Well, that's cool. That's cool. And like, did you like the previous two? You like First Class and Days of Future Past?
There was parts of both of those movies that I enjoyed quite a bit.
As a whole,
But there were also parts of it that
yeah.
pissed me off real bad.
Darwin.
Yeah, dude, Darwin by
Darwin was
itself ruins First
Darwin
Class.
was yeah, and honestly, as a whole, I think I did like First Class more than Days of Future Past. But my biggest gripe.
Do you like First Class more than Apocalypse?
Yes.
Well, you know, that's tough, man.
But that's the thing, because I only had one primary gripe of First Class, which was Darwin, not the character, just how the fuck he was handled. I'm like, good job, man. Good job on just offing the character that shouldn't never be offed.
Yeah, and also let's have this random ass fucking version of Angel that's like a dragonfly girl.
Yeah.
So we can have Lenny Kravitz's daughter in this
what's
movie.
worse about that, as soon as you got into Days of Future Past, where's the original cast? Oh,
she died off camera.
We killed them. It's like, why? It's like, because Bryan Singer's back and they didn't want to use him. That's essentially it.
We didn't want to pay for those characters again.
I honestly think that's essentially it. Bryan Singer's back. He's got another idea. He doesn't want to use that cast. Instead of fucking just shoehorning them into the story, let's just kill them off screen.
Makes sense to me, Bob.
Right? What about their outfits? Colorful outfits. Fuck it.
Well, supposedly they fixed that in the new one, right?
You'll see.
I've seen those costumes already.
Yeah, I know you have, but how long are they in the film?
I assume probably the end of it.
Then you assumed. Here's some.
I mean, or the fight with what's his name. I mean, even if it's not those, it doesn't matter to me because it still doesn't make sense. They're in those costumes in 1983. The next one's in the 90s. What do they look like then?
I don't know, dude. That's why I don't. Because they're eventually going to go back to black leather.
Yeah, because...
No, the thing is, to be honest, at this point, I don't even know what... Like, this timeline is so rooted.
Yeah.
The timeline in X-Men is so rooted. It makes no sense anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so that's why I was just like... Most of the time, yep, whatever. Those were my hands. I was just... Yep.
Was Apocalypse at least good himself?
He was cool. He was weird.
Did you believe it?
You know what I didn't like of Apocalypse? His design.
His design is bad?
It's not that. I'm like, you didn't have to do that to him. You could have had him look like he does. Like, I think somebody made like a real life sculpt of it. Just like, I've seen so many even just cosplays based on the original comic design, but adapted to make it look like that works within our world. And it still looks like Apocalypse. And I'm like, hey, look, check it out. There's Apocalypse. And you see him in this one, it's like, I guess that's Apocalypse.
Yeah, well, you know, they get gun shy, man.
Why?
Who knows? Bryan Singer still.
Yeah, that's my question. I'm like, why are you so gun shy? Like, we're in 2016. There's been so many superhero films now with full costumes.
Yeah, that look like they're supposed to.
Yeah. So
especially after like Deadpool, be like, all right, look.
Let's
People
cover
liked that Colossus quite a bit.
The best Colossus.
People liked the outfit on Negasonic.
Yep, the closest thing to X-Men.
So let's get some of that in the future movies, please. No. Well, because, think of it that way. If that's what they look like, then by the time that the new cast is in the 2000 era, that's what they're supposed to look like.
Right.
Or at least the 2016 era when they're in their 40s.
That's why I'm saying this timeline is so rooted, dude. It's rooted badly. Because you remember in the end of Days of Future Past how Wolverine wakes up in the present time?
Yeah.
He's like, I got a lot of things to talk about and shit, whatever.
Yeah.
Like, that's supposed to be current, right?
Yep.
What the fuck? Like,
why is that what the fuck?
Because that's essentially a new future.
Yeah, that's what the whole thing of Days of Future Past was about.
That's why, in other words, like, oh yeah, remember the first 3 X-Men? None of it happened. Now.
We got to get off of this recording so I can ask you about a scene from the Apocalypse movie.
Yeah, that's it. That was the episode. Thank you for joining us. We're going to review X-Men next week, most likely.
All right, and so until then, guys, stay chipper chaps.
Stay chipper.
What up, chipper chap? This is chipper chap chat. What up, Chip and Chap? This is Chip and Chap Chat. What up, Chip and Chap? This is Chip and Chap Chat. What up, Chip and Chap? This is Chip and Chap Chat.